Hey guys, welcome back here. So today, no update, but we did get a sneak peek of one of the cool things that is coming in the update, a new gold shield of some sort. It's supposed to be free, supposed to protect your gold. We don't know too much about it, but they did say it is a free gold shield. So it's some kind of mechanic as well. So possibly after doing a story mission in the campaign, you get a free gold shield for a certain amount of time, or possibly every day you get a daily gold shield where you can protect from 5 raids or 10 raids. We don't know exactly yet what this will do. They did respond to a comment saying that it can protect from 100 raids, and they're like, no, not that many raids. So maybe it protects like 5 raids or 10 raids per day. We don't know exactly, but this is a big feature. This will allow you to save your gold and upgrade to those next $3 to $5 million upgrades and actually progress further in the game. So people that got stuck on throne room upgrades, throne room 5, throne room 6, throne room 7, this right here, supposedly completely free, gold shield. We'll have to see how this works out, and we're hoping again that the update hits this week in a couple days. Maybe tomorrow, maybe Wednesday. We don't know exactly, but we're hoping this week's, fingers crossed. So if you have any feedback on the gold shield or any thoughts on that, please leave them down below, and we'll bring you back to our regularly scheduled program down below. So the news about the gold shield is great news. As you can see, we haven't been able to actually harness too much gold. We haven't been playing that much on my main account, King Jason W. We did actually get a really cool boot the other day. So now we have a 9% gold boost in boots. Huge upgrade from our 6.9 you see there. So I'm going to go back and put on my farming gold set, because we do need to actually get some gold and start doing some upgrades. So with the gold set, we're around 55% gold boost. We are going to lose a lot of fire shield here, putting on 10% gold boost helmets. We did lose some leadership as well. Not bad here, 278,000 gold. And I have been messing around with Frosters and offensive waves, and it's actually really cool. With the speed that they have, they are fairly effective. So we might throw them in this raid just to kind of show off the Frosters here. Yeah, we'll go ahead and throw the Frosters in here and see what they can do. Froster, Mortar, Pyromancer, Heal, Blade Storm, Sonic Blast, going in like that. Because this is a fairly strong base, and we've had some trouble in the past getting through this base. So we're going to stay over here and take out this Firebolt Tower and this Skull Tower. And they both go down there. I had to make sure and run back that they did go down. Now we're bringing out a whole bunch of Frosters. You'll see that they're doing a decent amount of damage over here and slowing everyone down. We do need to heal, so we're going to come all the way back down here. Now we're going to make one final push. We're not going to get to the castle gate with this setup. You see, we don't have enough time. So we are going to have to swap those Frosters out. You'll notice here there's a big clump of units here, and that's thanks to the Frosters slowing some of the guys down.
Is he some kind of a new rock star or something? Ask him if he's a good keyboard player.
So we didn't get as far as we'd like in that base, so we are going to try Paladins. But we also did change our equipment as well, so losing that leadership and losing the fire shield makes us weaker dramatically. So we probably won't be able to get through his base, but we're going to try some different strategies here, and hopefully the loot still looks pretty good. So the loot did drop down 100,000 or so. We'll still go ahead and give it a go on with this. Gonna go use the Paladins this time. So unfortunately, we're not going to really be able to gather enough loot without the one gem trick anymore to probably get any of our upgrades. Unless we get really lucky and find a random opponent that's giving us a huge amount of loot.
You're still asking me to break the law.
No, we're asking you to stand up and make him off what you should have years ago.
Yeah, this is Sergeant Tanaka from Helmick. I need a current address for Jeffrey Pomeroy. He may or may not be driving a black 54 Ford pickup.
Yeah, we're going to die right here.
Maybe Sunday.
Could you hold on for a second?
So it definitely does look like we're going to have a lot of trouble going through and getting loot with our gold boosting setup. So we're going to have to look for random opponents
I don't know.
Do you want to be a hot miner while you're like
to try and farm some gold.
Hello. I'm gonna need this right now. This guy. Well, we think he might be going after the gun. 20 minutes? Fine.
So this high up in the leaderboard, you're not going to find too many easy bases. Anything you find is going to be fairly difficult. A lot of that has to do with them knowing how to effectively use their towers. Like this base, effective use of barricades.
How's this for a solution?
Nice little line of towers there on the side, and then he has a really good tower right there, and you can't get to that until you go all the way through there.
I don't know if I'd have the nerve to just go up and knock on his door.
We'll go ahead and give this one a try. And I forgot to put on cannon, so we're going to have a very hard time. At that corner in the very top, we're going to have some pyromancers and have an open space with no of his waves. It's going to be very, very difficult to get through that spot.
Do you think I should tell my dad about Jeffrey Conroy?
The game also seems a little bit more sensitive with the touch screen. As you can notice, sometimes my hero is going in little different ways when I'm calling troops out.
Then again, Dad's got his own memories. And
It doesn't seem to be as responsive right now for some
I
reason.
think this is sacred, just between you and your mom.
It's a secret. I like that.
So what we're going to have to do here is we're going to have to hold the troops back so that wave over there goes by, and then now hopefully bring them far enough up here so they can attack. And we got one Pyromancer or so attacking that Firebolt Tower, so that's a go. We have a good chance now of getting through the base, because they are going to take out that Firebolt Tower in the corner there. We're going to bring out a lot of mortars now. We have a couple Paladins that were on their way.
Smart. The second do is knock on the door.
I'm gonna come with.
I should do this myself.
Take your time.
So now we're rushing as far as we can so we can try and help all our reinforcement troops up here. And he also doesn't have that many towers up in this area as well, so we're able to regenerate some with our hero and not take as much damage, which we needed some separation, some space. So we have our Sonic Blast. We're going to be able to beat the gate here. What we're going to have to do is we're going to have to go up there, Sonic Blast. We'll get the Blade Storm off as well, and then now we'll head back and recover some down here. And the reason we did that was because the Castle Gate does a lot of damage now. More so damage than our heal spell, so we would have taken a lot of damage there, and we possibly would have died when this wave came out.
Can I help you?
And you can see the responsiveness of the touchscreen. My hero is running away from the gate when I'm trying to attack it. Definitely not as responsive as I want it to be, not as sharp, not as crisp.
My mother
So I'm not sure what's going on, if it's something in the game that's not as responsive, or if it's something with my phone.
I was hoping I'd get to meet you.
You mean baby?
It's Maggie's little Veda. It's my wife. You come in for a minute?
Again, very similar style base setup. Great tower right there, and then a long path that we have to go through. We can give this one a go as well, and the same type of thing. You have to make sure you kill that Firebolt Tower up in the top left there. If you don't kill that Firebolt Tower, it's going to do a massive amount of damage to all your wave troops, and you're not going to be able to beat the base probably.
Let's be back, Daddy invaded. She looks a little like me when I was a little girl.
That's she. I'm glad you're here.
You are?
Come here. Let's talk.
We had this school assignment to learn about someone that we never met, and she was my mother. She was born in Los Angeles, and since my uncle Phil moved
So his towers are going down fairly easily, so I'm going to go and use the hero and try and rush all the way over there. And
Hillary Mitchell. That's
we
she.
actually have our Pyromancers here that lived, and we're going to bring them to the corner, and hopefully they will take out that Firebolt Tower. And they are doing it, so we should be able to get a win on this base, as long as we don't do anything silly.
I told you it was a long story.
That's all right. You know what?
Again, that's another very nice spot of Firebolt Tower for him.
Stories with crazy accents and special effects.
Special effects?
Yeah, like switching a lamp on and off when she was talking about lightning. Audiences love stuff like that. And your mom knew that with the audience.
I don't know very much about her. That's what
Coming over to the corner so we can heal the Pyromancers on the side there. starting to bring out a couple of paladins now, because we should have a decent amount of pyromancers, as you can see in the background right there, in the top left.
Thing is, we always wanted to work in the theater, so we drove out to New York.
And come up here in the corner and take out that firebolt tower, and then come to the middle and kill all the wave troops.
New York was just full of fancy French restaurants. We wanted to get married. We were totally broke. So your mom
Calling the pyromancers over here to take out this one, and they'll come over to the corner and use our last Sonic Blast and hopefully take out that one in enough time. And I think we did. I think we got it. Yeah, 100%.
So just got married right outside. So it's crazy. For a wedding feast, and poppers and chestnuts.
So a decent amount of loot with the 50-ish % gold boost. We're still nowhere near what we need to upgrade the Firestorm. We need, I think, 2.25. So we're gonna go after this one, another 140-ish, 150,000.
Do you have any pictures of her?
I've got something better.
So if we do, I think, 3 more of these raids, we'll probably be able to have enough to upgrade our Firestorm.
Call ourselves the Appearing Nightly Players.
Oh, there's Marshall. You don't want I should look this much. An actress of my old family. She's beautiful.
This is more of a Clover style design base, and his towers don't seem to be that strong, so the Clover base will probably fail for him. These bases are really, really effective if you have extremely high barricades and towers. If you don't have those high level towers, they're not as effective. We do have to actually run back and heal, but we haven't found a spot yet to actually heal. And we lost a lot of time there. Now we're going to start bringing out a lot of paladins. And the reason our reinforcement troops weren't coming up as quick is because we didn't take out the firebolt tower over here. And that was a big mistake on my part. That might cost us the fight right there. We are going to back up a little bit. Going to hold the spell off until his wave troop comes out, and then use this Blade Storm to kill the waves. And then we're going to use the Sonic Blast right up here on the castle gate and stay up on the castle gate now. And now it's just a hope that we can get through. We're going to move over to the corner, and we just got a Sonic Blast right at the last second, and we're able to take it down. We wanted to move over the corner to the castle gate over there so we could hit the castle gate rather than hit the wave units, because as you saw, the wave units popped out at like 3 seconds left. So again, some bad luck on the chests. And you do want to fight and defeat them like 100%, 95% or so, and because getting in the Chamber of Fortune, you can get a lot of extra loot in there. So even though the loot may be a little bit lower now with the 1 gem trick gone, the Chamber of Fortune definitely does make up for it. It does have a good amount of loot in there if you can get lucky. So this base, interesting. Typically you see a choke point, not a spot like this. This is a weird base. I don't think it's going to be very effective. We'll go ahead and attack this one as well.
Would you like to have these movies?
Then again, everything, it matters a lot dramatically on the tower levels and then also the barricade levels. He's still using the wooden barricade, so I really don't think that he's going to have that high of towers and barricade levels, because the wooden ones are great for the beginning. They're very cheap and effective, but once you start getting higher, you do want to swap them all out for metal blockades, because they have a lot more life and they have a lot better resistances. So you can see we're already just mowing through things in the base here.
I'd be proud of you.
Doesn't seem like there's going to be any issues here. So this is a fairly easy high-level base from the looks of it.
She didn't want to miss out, especially with a real problem. Thought she had plenty of time. Anyway, that's why I was grateful that your father, the sense that love and the way she deserved. Most of all, it's glad to change. Maybe she always will.
Anthony's movies are looking very bored. Jeffrey says how he loves special effects.
You better ace it. Sacrificed our whole vacation.
Well, it's a wonderful story with a very happy ending.
Yes, a lot of time left. You can see 40 some odd seconds here. Very bad high-level base.
You know, I found this wonderful little Hungarian restaurant that makes its own strudel. I thought you might like a taste of it. See, there's that apple in there and cherry, and this is cheese, but I gotta say, I think the cherry is okay. Does it, the strudel does it.
We finally got lucky and got some money out of the chest.
Let some podiatrist with a jaguar full of strudel come waltzing in here, and
I'm not a podiatrist. I'm pretty old.
who cares? Rose, tell him we have an arrangement.
What kind of arrangement?
Yes, what kind of arrangement? I'd be very interested to know what kind of arrangement we have.
I know exactly what kind it is.
So we'll go ahead after this one.
You want from me?
I don't want anything you don't want to give me.
And you certainly shouldn't settle for any less than you deserve.
Just stay out of this. Look, if I had a red XK150 with a black interior,
So it looks like after 2 more raids, we'll have enough to upgrade our Firestorm.
Rose, this is not the place you
I
have
think
in
this
this.
place is just fine.
Action.
Like way I cook. You think I make out a great invoice?
You and Nick in this garage.
So now we're bringing out a lot of mortars to help out with a choke point over there.
Sure, you don't have the greatest taste in music, but it's not another woman who could look so sexy in that smock. What I'm trying to say. What I mean to say. Rose, will you marry me?
Call the Pyromancers over there.
Look sexy and smart.
Is that a yes?
Gotta make sure that you heal up your units as much as possible.
Oh, yeah, that's. I don't want you talking to anybody on the plane.
Dad already gave me his lecture. He's gonna meet me at the airport. Then we'll go for some pizza. They'll head to the
So with a low-level skull tower, you can just touch them and move on to the next one and kill them, like 2 in 1 Sonic Blast. When you level up the skull towers, it actually takes like a full second or two of standing there and using the skull towers like maximum power on it.
Bye.
So that's why it's critical to upgrade your towers. You can see even the Bladestorm is doing a good amount of damage to these skull towers.
Some sacrifices are worth it. I mean, isn't that terrible? Seems terrible. It's kind of an adventure. Part adventure. Part miracle.
You can see it's going to be a little bit of a close call here. The Sonic Blast will definitely do a lot of damage, and that's part of the reason why you have to bring the Sonic Blast. It does a good, 20 to 30% of damage to the castle gate. And also does a great job against the skull towers. So again, we got lucky, got 40,000 out of that chest. Nicely done. We are really, really close to getting our 2.25 million. And it seems like the loot is staying around 100,000 mark per raid now. And here we actually got lucky and got a huge, huge, huge raid here. So we're going to use some scrolls on this because this is going to be a nice $1 million raid once we get out of it. So when you find something like this, you're definitely going to probably scroll. We're going to go ahead and use a heal scroll right there. So that way that the choke point isn't as deadly. Because his towers in wave groups are extremely powerful. For high level gameplay, I definitely love the heal scroll. It's a full heal for all your units.
I just hope they don't do just like that.
It's always better to scroll than to die. Scrolls cost 9 gems, and dying at this stage costs like 15 gems or so. So that's why we popped another heal scroll right there. The only benefit that dying has is it resets all your cooldowns.
Just had a baby, that's all. Oh boy, you've got a new brother.
And we probably will die right here.
What's on your ear?
You can just save just a few seconds and get a heal scroll off. Yep, we got the heal scroll off, so it saves us a few gems. Gonna come up here and use the Sonic Blast. You can see even though we haven't killed all the towers, we are still already at 373,000 in loot. And I think I made a mistake right there. Oh no, we're gonna have enough time just to get that last Sonic Blast off. So I went back to kill another tower to get a lot more loot, and I almost missed out on killing the castle gates. So we ended up getting 94%, 921,000 in loot for, I believe we used 3 scrolls with 29 or 27 gems. Not too bad at all. You generally don't want to use that many scrolls, but it's better than dying. So you can see we're completely out of food. We are first place in our Silver League. Unfortunately, there's only 3 players currently. And we can upgrade our Firestorm here. Go ahead and give that a go.